Hold on, my child. I love you, but you've gone too far. And to me, how you made it to work for free today. And you don't have a running car. Oh, you're always complaining, angel. But this time, you didn't cross the line. Sitting around the window upon my character, using the same breath that's mine.
Shalom.
Father, right. I crossed the line. Always got something to say. If only I could focus on the right thing. It's you that I need. Even in my hardest times, you provide for me. Even the words that I'm saying, it's coming to me as I say it, and I ain't playing. You see, think not on what you need to say. Yeah. You bless me with the words.
Shalom,
Thank
shalom.
you for all you do for me.
Shalom.
Healing me in the midst of all the world.
The Prince is 100 bars.
Father, wherever you go,
Tanita Barkley, shalom, shalom.
I wanna come to.
House of Oscar, Yahada, shalom. Prince is 100 bars.
Wherever you go, higher and desire, I wanna come to. Yeah. Take me wherever you go. Lift me up, yeah, when my spirit's alone.
Shalom, shalom.
Take me wherever you go.
Shalom, family.
I owe it all to you. Yeah. I deserve. I owe it all to you. Oh, 'cause that's what you deserve. You deserve for me. And I will climb the tallest mountain for you. Oh, and I will build a beautiful fountain that I can't resist. But I pray you mold me to what you want me to be. And I'm willingly gonna be a living sacrifice for thee.
Giving y'all some time to get in. Pray everything is sustained by the hand of the Most High in righteousness.
Wherever you go, I wanna come to. Yeah.
All right, all right. All right, Shalom, family. On this fourth day, at this hour, all praises, glory, and honor goes to the Most High, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the seas, and everything that's in them, every life form on the face of the earth. The same one who formed not only the sun and moon and stars, but he created the the slug. He created that butterfly that goes through the process of being a caterpillar at first, and then it transforms, going into the cocoon, and then it comes out as a butterfly. Now, the thing that grew wings, the same one who created all these things. Glory and honor. He's worthy to be praised, lifted up, and magnified. All right. Tonight, family, it's just a continuation of what we started a couple weeks ago, dealing with the things that's listed within 2 Timothy chapter 3, talking about the different spirits that'll be running rampant through the earth, that'll be on people, in people, the spirit people will be operating in the last days, as we know, that we are in those last times. So let's go ahead and go to 2 Timothy. Again, Shalom, I pray y'all's week thus far, has been filled with mercy, power, strength from the Most High. Pray you got edified somewhere, praying that the Father have mercy on the families. Some of us then lost loved ones this week. Some people battling with sicknesses. I pray that the healing be granted, that the Most High send forth his healing angel, Gabriel, and just to heal and restore health to those who dealing with ailments. Those who dealing with you done found out some terrible information, from the family or in the family this week. Something that'll crush the family, horrible information. I pray the Most High help y'all through that and look over on us. And that as we go through the scriptures talking about these different spirits, I pray that the Most High fend them off. From everybody who dealing with them in any kind of way. Satan be bound, no authority, no power, none whatsoever. All right, go ahead with it, nephew. 2 Timothy 3.
All right. 2 Timothy chapter 3, starting at verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
All right.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
All right, men shall be lovers of their own selves. Go ahead. We talked about that.
Covetous. Boasters.
All right, boasters. That's what we want to talk about tonight. Men shall be boasters. All right, what does that word mean? What does it mean to be boastful? Why do people boast? If we boast, what's something to boast about? All right, what you got, nephew?
All right, according to Google, boasting is excessively proud and self-satisfied talk about one's achievements, possessions, or abilities.
All right, so boasting, say excessively proud, so beyond, you way past the limit of being proud and self-satisfied talk about one's achievements, possessions, or abilities. You patting yourself on the back too much, way too hard. You glorifying yourself. All right, so with that, we seen that the Father's letting us know, that this is one of the spirits that'll be on people. All right, and it's something that we don't want, because if we boastful, that means we not glorifying the Most High. We talking about ourselves, if we talking about the achievements and accomplishment that we have, and we exclude the Father, now we trying to take away his glory. We trying to steal the glory, saying that we've done these things and not him. All right, and it's a segue and a gateway into being an atheist. It's a segue and a gateway to a lot of things. All right, but it said that men will be boasters. All right, so let's go to Proverbs 27. Proverbs 27:2. So in the case of boasting, because I see Shalom, heavenly, Shalom, Zamir. Peace and blessing to the chosen, man. All right, so but in the case of boasting, we in the society through the music, we hearing the rappers, the celebrities, singers even, and even outside of that, arena of things. You know, you got people who, you know, they scientists, they boast. They show off what they got, so on and so forth. Look at me. Look at what I got. Look at what I'm doing. Look, I can do this. You can't do this. That type of mindset. Proverbs 27:2. All right, so let's talk about the boasting. Let's identify this spirit. See what the Most High got to say about boasters.
All right.
You can start one.
All right. This is Proverbs chapter 27, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring.
All right, says boast not thyself of tomorrow. Don't talk about and brag about what you're gonna do tomorrow. I mean, so many people say, hey, I'm gonna do such and such tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow. All these type of things. But listen, I have to tell these folks all the time, hey, listen, you talking about tomorrow, we gotta make it through the night, man. We gotta make it through the day and today in order to see tomorrow. You're not guaranteed that. We tell them on the street all the time. You're not guaranteed to make it home after you come from the store. You're not guaranteed to see your children, your family, your brothers, your sisters. You're not guaranteed to get the chance to sit down, you know what I mean, and chill out, go watch Netflix or whatever. So when people say, I'm going to do such and such, subconsciously or even consciously, you excluding the Father, saying that he's not the one waking you up. He's not the one providing you with life to give you the ability to even be able to do this, that, and the third. All right, so, and the further away we push the Father out of our minds, the further or the more or the less we acknowledge the Father. Guess who come in and start to take reign, bringing in confusion and every other type of spirit that he can. The adversary, Satan. All right, go ahead, King.
Let another man praise thee.
Let another man what?
Praise thee.
Let another man praise you. Go ahead.
And not thine own mouth.
And not your own mouth. So some will say, man, I'm so cold. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I can do this. I'm way better than everybody. I'm the best basketball player there is. I'm the best poet. I'm the best rapper. I'm the best singer. I'm the best football player. You know what I mean? I'm the best artist that can draw and paint such and such. He said, if you saying that, listen, it don't really mean nothing. Your reputation really comes from what do the people think? You got some that one of the main ones folks love to say, man, I'm so real. If you saying that and nobody else is, man, that means your fruits haven't been proven. It said, don't you boast or let somebody else pray. Let somebody else say, man, dude is an outstanding artist. Dude is an outstanding actor, or she's an outstanding cook. Can't nobody mess with her. When it come down to designing clothes and so on and so, man, she is extra funny. Let somebody else say that about you. Don't say it about yourself. All right, go ahead, Ken.
A stranger and not thine own lips.
All right, somebody else, not your own lips. Don't be patting yourself on the back. Don't be giving yourself the trophy. Somebody else supposed to give you the trophy. Somebody else supposed to bring it. Like the script tell you, when you come into a building, seek not the high seat, but look for the low seat. Or else you'll end up being embarrassed because you go sit in this seat saying, well, okay, I'm going to sit in the front. But the usher or the person of the house say, hold up, sir. Hey, let me get you to move back here. This seat was preserved for this particular person. Now you got the egg on your face. Now you got shame about yourself. Because you done took the mindset or the motive moving, feeling like you deserve something of your own accord. But what have you done to even receive that glory? To even receive the accolade or the praise, man? I will deal with it. Read that again, though, nephew.
Let another man praise thee.
Let another person praise you.
And not thine own mouth.
And not your own mouth. Go ahead.
A stranger and not thy own lips.
A stranger and not your own lips. Go ahead with Psalm 49. I'm going to go there with you too. Hey, Shalom, Amina Hadassah, Crystal Williams, and everybody who haven't come in it. Shalom. Any point at any time that y'all might have something to chime in and add to, feel free to drop it in the comment box. You know what I mean? Again, I like to, interact with the people. I like for y'all. I like to hear what y'all's mindset is about things. I like to hear y'all's opinions too. All right, because I don't know it all. You know what I mean? I can't deal with it or whatever subject that we talking about from every perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's only what he lay on my spirit at the moment, but y'all can add to it. What I tell you, 49 to what, 7? Let's see. Start with start with 6.
All right. This is Psalms chapter 49, starting with verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
They that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches.
All right. They trust in their wealth, trusted in his material, something that's tangible, what's in front of you, what you can see, being carnal or natural. Go ahead, Saint.
None of them can by any means redeem his brother.
None of them by any means can redeem their brother. So we talk about one of the main things that cause people to boast, or one of the main things in today's time what people boast about. And I'm sure it existed in time past. Currency. We're talking about money. And have to tell people, listen, that money that you're bragging about, okay, money answers all things. The Bible let us know that. It's a necessity, it's necessary. We need it. All praise to the Most High. We got to make use of it. But in the case where the money becomes the God, it becomes the thing that's driving you, it becomes your identity. Have to tell a person, listen, $1 billion can't bring back your grandma who you love so much, that raised you. This is what the Bible let you know. By no means, the wealth that you boasting in, the material that you glorying in, it can't even restore to you a brother that was lost. You got some friends, real family, not just about blood or name. You have an issue with this person. Y'all bump heads. Y'all have a fallout. You can't even buy that friend back, man, because of certain things. So that's letting you know that boasting in the material or in the wealth, listen, it's not the main course. It can't restore life, but the Father can. That $1 billion you bragging about or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You go catch AIDS. You end up with cancer. You end up with any of these diseases out here. You lose a limb. Understand this. Listen, some people, they want gifts and talents that other people have, and you can't buy that. You can't buy loyalty. You can't buy realness and authenticity and a person being genuine. You can't buy that. So the Most High letting you know here, don't boast in that wealth, man. Don't boast in these things that's going to pass away. He said he's going to make a new heaven and a new earth. So you got so many people boasting and bragging about what they got in this kingdom. It's going down. It got an expiration date on it. We see the pedophile just got sworn into office. Joe Pedophile Biden just got sworn into office. The hand is shifted. Same devil, different host to use. Same devil, different host to use. So you got people saying, hey, we just won. The Democrats just won the House, so on and so forth. Man, you ain't won nothing but another snake, man. Another demon. All right, but what did it say?
Nor give to Elohim a ransom for him.
So where you stop it?
Right here.
Okay, read 7 again.
None of them can by any means redeem his brother.
None of them by any means can redeem their brother. You can't even, listen, all the money in the world that people boast about, listen, if the judge don't set you no bond or bail, you in that cell, man. You gonna be in it. You can't buy your way out of there. So again, showing you that, man, the money, the wealth that people boast in, you know what I'm saying? That's not the thing to be mainly focused on. That don't save your soul, man. It's not everything. It is attached to everything. He's got use in his life again. We use the world, we don't abuse the world, like the book tells us. All right, but that's not the thing to take preeminence. All right, so it said, none of them can by any means redeem his brother. Go ahead.
nor give to Elohim a ransom for him.
Nor give to the Most High a ransom for him. All right, so saying that, listen, it ain't nothing that you can offer the Most High to restore this. So you ain't all the world belong to the Most High. How can you say, well, Father, I'll give you this if you bring such and such back, or if you restore this back to me? You can't give him nothing. Go ahead, Saint.
For the redemption of their soul is precious, and it ceaseth forever.
All right, for the redemption of their soul is precious. That's the thing that's precious, the soul. What you feeding yours. You know what I'm saying? What you fending off from yours. What you battling with. Are you battling? You know what I mean? Or are you trapped into the mindset to be boastful? Well, sometimes even sin. People boasting they sin. Man, I just robbed such and such. Man, I got 2, 3, 4. I got 10 women. I had 10 men. That's the time we living in. Nowadays, the music and I'm talking about Israelite, our women, you know what I mean? They boasting in being harlots. You know what I mean? You got Megan Thee Stallion, and the stallion is a male horse. Talking of, bragging about being whores. Preferably, I don't know if that word offends someone, but that's how the book put it. Bragging about this thing and bragging about being whoremongers. You even got it to where some even boast, this how wicked the times is, family. You had some that both say, listen, I gave or I transmitted this disease to 35 men, to 35 women. Boasting about it. That's the time that we live in. Boasting in evil and wickedness. Not the Most High. All right. Let's go to 1 Kings 20. 1 Kings 20. So we got a ways to go. Agbama. Shalom, Saint. I praise Elohim every day. Shalom, shalom, family. Indeed, indeed. 1 Kings chapter 20. The olive oil ran down in my eye. According to Psalm 133, family. So y'all see that flowing down our head. We just practicing, what the book say. To be anointed, preferably that the unctioning by which we speak be from the Holy Spirit. So it don't be too alone for some. I know some people question me about it. They say, man, what's all that on your face? It's all good, family. That whatever you referencing, Bama, in that Jeremiah, now I'm gonna pull it too, King. Now we ain't been on too long. We 23 minutes in, Saint. 23 minutes in. 1 Kings 20. Let me see what you got. See, 11 is what I want. Go ahead, 11. Right on the head with it.
And the Malach of Israel answered and said, tell him, let not him that girdeth on his harness boast himself.
All right. And the king of Israel answered and said, tell him, let not him that girdeth on his harness boast himself. Go ahead.
As he putteth it off.
As he that putteth it off. So what is it telling us here? The king giving the man wisdom, saying, listen, don't be boasting about you finna go. You going to war. You don't know if you're going to make it back, man. Don't boast yourself putting on the armor as the one who taking it off. The one who taking it off, listen, he done been to war, seen what he going to see, and he made it home. He done made it back to his family. Made it back through the day. So he at a place where he could at least be comfortable enough to take the armor off. You putting it on. You girding it on. You got dangers ahead, man. All right, so this is what the book let us know. So in that case, family, we even applying that for day-to-day basis. We got to put that armor on every day. We even got to go to sleep with the armor on. We don't even have the luxury of what they have. We go to sleep and got to battle demons. I don't know if y'all know that anybody looking on. Praying before you go to sleep. Spirits try to get in bodies, man. You know what I mean? Get into your dreams. You know, you got people around here who pray through the day from where you done traveled. You done went to the store, you done went to the workhouse, you work for yourself, you done been dealing with customers. You know, things on the TV, people walking by, they got stuff on their shirt, on the billboards, all these things, family. Subconsciously, we digesting it in our spirit. You might even hear a conversation that don't even involve you, but they way over there. But whatever they talking about, because words are spirit, you know what I mean? That spirit will try to attach itself to you, latch on to you, go home with you. And now you in your sleep wondering why you waking up with what they saying, sleep paralysis or a witch around your back. Dude around here with that boastful spirit on him. You wondering why you starting to feel like that. The spirit didn't transfer. All right, but he said the ones that's don't boast yourself when you putting on the armor as the one who taking it off. You got to make it through that trial, family. All right, let's go to Sirach 47. Speaking on it, let's get an account from the OT. Let's get an account from the book of a time where we can see a huge example of somebody who had the boasters spirit. Who had their boaster spirit on them. See what became of them. Sirach 47, verse 4.
All right. This is Sirach, chapter 47, starting with verse 4.
Come on.
Slew he not a giant when he was yet but young?
All right. Slew he not a giant when he was yet but young? Who was that? Go ahead.
And did he not take away reproach from the people?
Mm-hmm.
When he lifted up his hand with a stone in the sling and beat down the boasting of Goliath?
And beat down the what?
The boasting of Goliath.
All right, and beat down the boasting of Goliath. Talking about David. I said, look, then he slew this giant, but he beat down the boasting of him. Now let's look into the account, you know what I mean, within the book. Go to 1 Samuel 17. 1 Samuel 17. You get our saint. Let's see, come humble thyself. Indeed. Got to be humble. 1 Samuel 17, hit verse 1.
All right. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, starting with verse 1. Now the Philistines gathered together their armies to battle, and were gathered together at Shoko, which belongeth to Judah, and pitched between Shoko and Ezekah, in the Fesdemim. And Saul and the men of Israel were gathered together and pitched by the valley of Elah, and set the battle in array.
All right, so they set the battle in array. At this point in time, we're talking about war with Hamites, the Philistines or Philistines, however you pronounce it, in Israel. All right, so he set the battle in array. So that means you got some on this side and some on this. The same way they line up the football players. All right, but they juxtaposition or parallel one to another. Go ahead, Saint.
And the Philistines stood on a mountain on the one side, and Israel stood on a mountain on the other side. And there was a valley between them. And there went out a champion out of the camp.
All right, there went out a champion, or this is the lead figure. This the person who they trusting in. Go ahead, Saint.
Of the Philistines named Goliath.
All right, so came out Goliath. Go ahead.
Of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span. And he had a helmet of brass upon his head. He was armed with a coat of mail, and the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass.
All right, so this particular giant said he's from Gath. His height was 6 cubits and a span. 6 cubits, if you don't know, is related to the length of a grown man's from his elbow to the tip of his middle finger. So 6 cubits and a span. So a span is that part I gotta read. I don't want to tell you a story, so let me go back and study it. But that's what a cubit is. You get a ballpark figure of how tall he was. Go ahead, Saint.
And he had greaves of brass upon his legs, and and a target of brass between his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And the staff of his spear was like a weaver's beam.
Mm.
And his spear's head weighed 600 shekels of iron.
That's heavy right there. In order to hold it, to lift it, man, you got to have some strength, or you have to be a pretty huge person. Go ahead, son.
In one bearing, a shield went before him.
All right, so somebody else had to even hold Goliath's shield. Go ahead, son.
And he stood and cried unto the armies of Yasharal, and said unto them, Why are you come out of your way to set your battle in array?
Mm-hmm.
Am I not a Philistine, and yet servants to Saul?
Mm-hmm.
Choose you a man for you, and let him come down to me.
Mm-hmm. And that's how he talking. Hey, look, I'm a Philistine, and y'all servants to Saul. Look, choose you somebody to come down here to fight with me. Go ahead.
If he be able to fight with me, and to kill me,
And to what?
and to kill me.
All right, so boasting at a level to where he's saying, hey, listen, I'll put my life on it. If he be able to kill me, look, man, this is what the terms is. Go ahead, son.
Then will we be your servants.
Mm-hmm.
But if I prevail against him and kill him, then shall ye be our servants, and serve us.
Mm-hmm.
And the Philistines said, I defied the armies of Yasharal this day.
All right, I defy the armies of Israel this day. Bragging, boasting, right? He letting you know, like, man, I'm coming against y'all. Go ahead.
Give me a man that we may fight together.
Mm-hmm.
When Saul and all of Israel heard those words of the Philistines, they were dismayed and greatly afraid.
Mm-hmm. So they hearing these words, and that's the spirit a lot of the boasting bring. People be afraid. It's for intimidation. You know what I mean? It is to hide certain things that's, you know, you might really have a low self-esteem or some type of complex within, but you cover it up through the boasting. Go ahead, son.
Now David was the son of that Ephrathite of Bethlehem, Judah, whose name was Jesse, and he had 8 sons. And the man went among men for an old man in the days of Saul.
Come.
And the 3 eldest sons of Jesse went and followed Saul to the battle. And the names of his 3 sons that went to the battle were Eliab, the firstborn, and next unto him Abinadab, and the third Shammah. And David was the youngest, and the 3 eldest followed Saul. But David went and returned from Saul to feed his father's sheep at Bethlehem.
All right, so David is the youngest. All right, and him being the youngest said he went back to feed the sheep. Go ahead, Saint.
And the Philistine drew near, morning and evening, and presented himself 40 days. And Jesse said unto David his son, Take now for thy brethren an ephah of this parched corn.
All right, so we get in the context of the story. So at this point, now David finna go to what a camp is. What about a camp is? But we still within that vein, showing you or talking about the account with Goliath being a boaster. All right, but David, when you look at his spirit, one of the humblest persons, you know, listed in the scriptures. All right, let me see. Go to what I want. You got that. Go to verse 31.
All right. Verse 31. And when the words were heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul. And he sent for him. And David said to Saul, Let no man's heart fail because of him.
All right, because at this time, David ended up making it to the camp. He ended up hearing what the terms of the battle and the condition of the fight was. And then Saul had made an offer saying, well, whoever can, I'll give you my daughter. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bless that man. I'll bless that person. So David saw fit, not through his own power, but through the Most High, that he will be able to do it, humble and all. Go ahead with verse 32.
And David said to Saul, Let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine. And Saul said to David, Thou art not able to go against the Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth. And he.
All right, so Goliath was a trained warrior. This is a part of what got him feeling so boastful. Man, I'm doing this. I've been doing this. This ain't nothing new to me. You don't even have the same background that I got. You feeding sheep, man. I've been a killer. This is what he's saying. Go ahead, Saint.
And David said unto Saul, Thy servant kept his father's sheep,
Mhm.
and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him, and smote him, and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and smote him, and slew him.
Mhm.
Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he have defied the armies of the living God.
Seeing that he have defied the armies of the living power. This is the focus. You see how in his conversation, how the Most High keep coming into his conversation. If we gonna boast, it gotta be within the Father, man. It gotta be within the Most High. Go ahead, son.
David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear,
Mm-hmm.
he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said unto David, go, the Lord be with thee.
So as we see it again, he said, I'm not going to even deliver myself out of this. Said the Most High going to do it. He going to deliver the same one that delivered me from that lion and that bear. That's the same one finna deliver me from this giant. And we know how the story go. Took some smooth stones, ended up hitting that boy in his forehead, it sunk in his head. He took Goliath's sword, went and stood on him and cut his head off. Brought it back to the camp. All right, but humbled him. This dude out here boasting about what he can do. And here it is, a little sheep shepherd boy, a little boy, a youngin, was able to kill him and cut his head off. And from that, now all the Philistines is in servitude to the nation of Israel, to our people, our ancestors at that time. All right, go to Proverbs 25. So there's something else that goes on a lot, trips me out. Tripped me out when I read it. You got something there for?
No.
Okay. Tripped me out when I read it, family. Hey, Mikael Gabab, Ben Shalom, huh? What you got? Proverbs 25:14? Go ahead with it.
All right. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 14. Whoso boasteth himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain.
Whoso boasts of himself of a gift that you don't have, it's like seeing a cloud. Okay, the sky get all gloomy. You know what I mean? Or it look like it's finna rain, but don't nothing ever drop. You don't never produce no. You saying all this stuff that you can do. You so boastful about, hey, man, watch. Hey, listen, I hear it all the time. You don't want to see me on that court, man. Get out there to the court to hoop with him. Man, this man slow. Sorry, missing all the shots. Dude, these folks out here stealing and ripping the ball from you and everything. But all the talk, man, I'm dominating. I'm cold, man. Or boxing, fighting. We done seen that a lot of time. What they on Facebook? Oh, so-and-so, pull up, put an address on it. Get drug out the house. Get embarrassed. Saying that you can do these things that you can't do. You boasting about something that you're not even able to bring forth the real fruit from it. Stay in your lane. That's what the book telling you. But it's saying these folks, they boast and make this boast. So watch this. Watch what I'm finna do. Listen, I'm finna tell you something that's finna be so funny. Everybody finna laugh. And they come out with the joke, and all you hear is crickets. That's because the humility is not there. The humbleness is not there. What you say earlier?
If you humble yourself, you're going to be exalted.
If you humble yourself, you're going to be exalted. The Most High going to exalt you. Keep looking to him, acknowledging him, including him in your gift. Then he'll raise you up. All right. Let me see on it. Let's see what I want. Go to Sirach 3. Sirach 3 and 18, since we on it. Sirach chapter 3, verse 18. So we talking about this book here, family. If you don't know, in that book right there, the Apocrypha. You get that to focus in. Yep. Get that to focus in. Let's see. Appointed to be read in churches, what it says. Appointed to be read in churches. I'm trying to get it. Okay, there we go. But guess what? As long as I was attending the church, I never heard nothing about that book. I never saw that book. Long as I was attending Sunday church, they never mentioned the Apocrypha. Never heard of it. Been going on there Sunday morning. I done went Sunday night. I done turned around, went Wednesday, Tuesday night Bible study. Never heard of it. Years. All right, but this 14 books extracted from the canon. They got more of our history, aside from what they've already put out into, was popular and common within society, with the 66, the canon. All right, and one of those books, they got much wisdom, just like Proverbs, just like the book of Psalms, just is wisdom of Solomon in the book of Ecclesiasticus or Sirach. I go here with this Sirach 3:18.
All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
The greater thou art, the more humble thyself.
All right, so what the book letting you know, the further up the Most High take you, the farther he allow you to go and esteem you. He said, become more humble. The greater you are, the more humble. Read that again.
The greater thou art, the more humble thyself.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt find favor before the Most High.
And you shall find favor before the Most High. All right, and with his favor, listen, man, that's better than gold. That's better than everything. That's the point in the power of the Most High word. It is roads that don't even exist. He create them for you. It's doors that don't even exist, but he create them for you. You know what I mean? They tell you this can't be done. But then somebody end up, they create a specific special spot just for you. It never been done before. Say be humble, and they'll do that type of stuff for you. That's the type of things that happen. That's the results that's supposed to follow the saints when we lining up with the Most High, keeping the commandments in the faith in Hamashiach. All right, go ahead, Saint.
Many are in high places.
Many are in high places. They got status. You know what I'm saying? Listen, they renowned. Man, these folks is known, man. Go ahead.
And of renown.
Go ahead.
But mysteries are revealed unto the meek.
But mysteries are revealed unto the meek, the humble. The ones who got the mindset to say, Father, I don't know. I got some more learning to do. Help me. I still need your help with everything. Said mysteries get revealed to them. Go ahead, son.
For the power of the Lord is great.
All right, for the power of the Most High is great. Mm-hmm.
And he is honored of the lowly.
He is honored of who?
Of the lowly.
He honored of the boasters.
Of the lowly.
He's honored of the lowly. All right, and then when we move like that, we don't even have to speak. He gonna speak for us. He'll allow our lives to speak for us on his behalf. That's what we want. People come around and say, man, I just feel like this around you. I feel good around you. I feel like you really know the Most High. I feel like you can pray for me. Or they end up opening up like, listen, telling you stuff that they ain't never told nobody. Because of their humbleness or their meekness, the spirit of the Most High allowed to be on you. Instead of you being prideful, like, hey, man, I know everything. Look at me and all this bragging, man. All right. Let me see if I want something else on it. I don't. Let's go to Acts chapter 5. Let's get a New Testament reference. Acts chapter 5, and I'm going to get there with you. New Testament reference of somebody being a boaster. Let's see. I'm still connected to the Bluetooth. Let's see. Let's go with verse 36. We're gonna hit it right on the head.
All right, verse 36. This is the book of Acts,
Mm-hmm.
chapter 5, verse 36.
Mm-hmm.
For before these days rose up, said Davis, boasting himself to be somebody.
All right, for before these days, at this point in time, you got the Pharisees and those who are against Hamashiach or against Christ. They having a conversation like, listen, we got to do something about this guy before he come and all the glory that we got, our position with the nation, be removed because everybody's flocking to him. Dude out there doing miracles. He healing people, folks who weren't walking, he making them walk. Ain't nobody gonna be paying attention to us. So you had another one rise up like, listen, hold on, man, y'all calm down. If this fella is really being used by the Most High, we gonna see through what happened. Paying attention with patience, we're gonna see his fruit in the long run. So he said, listen, before these days, before Christ walked the face of the earth, and men and women were flocking to him to see, and see the Most High working through him, said, rose up Theotis or Thotis, boasting himself to be somebody. Look at me. You got the false prophets, Matthew 24. People around here talking about that they are Christ. Follow me, I'm the Savior. I got all the answers to humanity's problems. Just come do it. Listen, come to me, come with me somewhere in this cave or out in the desert. Had one dude said, he said, listen, I'm in Texas. He said, I'm in Texas. I'm the Savior. Come holler at me. Man, listen, man, these folks full of it. I believe said, rose up Theotis, boasting himself to be somebody. Go ahead.
To whom a number of men, about 400,
Mm-hmm.
joined themselves, who were slain, and all as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught.
All right, so this person who's claimed to be somebody, who was boasting of who he was, said he had men follow him, about 400. So he had 400 subscribers. He had 400 likes. You know what I'm saying? He had got 400 people to react to his status, and they decided to follow him. And said the end of that thing came to nothing. They obeyed this man. So they end up getting killed, scattered, and they came to nothing. Go ahead with 37.
After this man rose up, Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed.
Same thing. This other person did the same thing, but said the ones who followed him were dispersed, scattered, they were killed, so on and so forth. The mindset of the people boasting. All right, boasting yourself to be somebody, boasting in your own works, even with the case of the Titanic, right? It was said it was speculation. Through my study, I've seen it was speculation. But they said that they heard the captain of the Titanic, which the ship was unlike any other ship ever made, so colossal and big. It was a milestone in, the timeline of man's creations. You know what I mean? So, what it was, 1912, I believe. But the captain, they said they heard the captain say what? Heard him say, not even the Most High can sink this ship. You got that information? I'll go ahead and read that for him.
Okay. Beasley and the others talked about how no one at the time thought the Titanic was going to go under.
All right, so Beasley, they interviewing somebody about, who had some type of, dealings with the invention of the Titanic. All right, so he had some intel. He was a figure who was hands-on with it. You know what I'm saying? So he had a reputation about it. Go ahead, Saint.
At first, they joked that they had to stop for a fresh coat of paint to be applied to where the iceberg scraped the hull.
Because when they first hit the iceberg now, they didn't think that the ship was finna sink. They thought that it was just, you know what I'm saying, a little small collision, nothing to be worried about. So he's saying they made a joke saying, oh, shoot, well, we need to go and get a fresh paint, a fresh coat of paint put on the ship. Not knowing that below the surface, it had pierced the ship. You know what I'm saying? Water, seawater flooding in by the gallons, by the tons. Go ahead, Saint.
After all, the Titanic was quote unquote unsinkable.
Quote unquote, the Titanic was unsinkable. That's what they said. This the mindset that the man then grew. They said, man, we ain't never seen nothing like this. It's unsinkable. Not even the Most High God can sink it. Okay. So just like we seen in a story where you had Goliath boasting with his size, thinking he couldn't be defeated or touched. But the Most High used a humble young boy to show different. The Most High used the tip of an iceberg. They scrape that, let you know what you're finna run into something. I'm gonna let something that's sitting still destroy what you done made, that you bragging about and boasting about so much. Go ahead, Ken.
The improbability of such a thing ever happening was what staggered humanity, Beasley wrote. That phrase, unsinkable, became notorious, Foster said. The phrase was originally practically unsinkable.
That was the original phrase. They said that the Titanic is practically unsinkable. Go ahead.
And was from an obscure engineering journal. But after a while, it didn't matter. On top of that, someone claims to have heard ship captain Edward John Smith say, quote unquote, even the Most High himself couldn't sink this ship, Foster said.
So that's what he was saying, that they had heard that the captain, he said, listen, not even the Most High can sink. Edward John Smith, he said, not even God can sink this ship. Not even the Most High can sink it. All right, that's all we want. Is it more?
Well, I don't think that you don't want though.
Let's see. Okay, so basically, it became a term. It became known throughout society. Don't talk like that. Remember the Titanic? Gonna get your ship sunk with all that bragging. All right. Let me see. Go to 2 Corinthians 10.
He that thinks he can stand, take heed lest he fall. Most quoting the verse.
2 Corinthians 10, though. So in some cases, we will see boasting. We're going to see boasting within the book. Heavenly, if we don't humble ourselves a higher, surely we'll do it for us. Come, indeed. No, we don't want that. We don't want him to do it. We want to do it voluntarily. Man.
Kill me up.
I got you. 2 Corinthians chapter 10. We get there. Yes, okay, we get 11. Chapter 10, verse 15.
All right. This is the book of Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 15. Not boasting of things without our measure, that is, of other men's labors.
All right, so not boasting of things that's not our measure, that is of other men's what?
Labors.
Other men's labors, the things that other people did. And that happen a lot of times too. You bragging and boasting. We see it. The simplest example I can think of is how people brag and boast about like LeBron. Man, now LeBron the coldest, and they talk about it in a sense like they him, or they talk about it, man, we won the championship. We just won the Super Bowl. It's like, man, you didn't get, your family didn't get fed off that, bro. Sister, your family didn't get fed off that. I mean, you got some placing bets, so on and so forth, making money in that means. But when we talking about people saying like they was on the field or on the court, like you boasting in somebody else's label. How much sense is that when we really look at that? Like, man, how tweaked is your mind? What layer of the matrix are you living in? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Saint. It's more now. Huh? Go ahead with it.
But having hope, when your faith is increased, that we shall be enlarged by you according to our rule abundantly.
Is it? Come on. So this is what we want. That's what we extracting from it. Now let's go to James 4.
James 14.
James 4, because this line up with what we read earlier about boasting about tomorrow. James the other way, so like, let me help you out. Yeah, but talking about boasting of tomorrow, again, when we talk about with full sureness what we finna do tomorrow, so on and so forth, man, this you excluding the Most High. You saying he ain't got nothing to do with it. You saying he didn't wake you up, or he don't have to wake you up in order for you to accomplish whatever it is you saying you gonna set out to do. All right, James 4. What do I want? Yeah, hit that. Definitely hit that.
All right. This is James, the book of James, chapter 4, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Humble yourselves in the sight of the Most High, and he shall lift you up.
Humble yourselves. You do it. That's the best way to have it done. Praying for the humbleness. Father, humble me. Keep me from being boastful. Let me not be a boaster. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, King.
Speak not evil one of one another, brethren. He that speaketh evil on his brother and judgeth his brother speaketh evil of the law, and judgeth the law. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge.
Jump down to 13.
All right. Go to now. Ye that say today or tomorrow, we will go into such a city and continue there a year, and buy and sell and get a gain.
All right, so people saying, look, we're going to go to such a city. We're going to go here. We're going to go there. And we're going to buy and sell and get gain. They saying this with full assurance that they're going to be able to accomplish that. And it said for a year. How many people made it to, according to the Gregorian calendar, 2021? How many people made it to today? You think at any point in time where people died, that they were expecting to die like that? At the hour, at the moment that they died? You think they knew? They were planning a trip to the Bahamas and the Jamaicas, or Jamaica, Puerto Rico. They talking about going to London from the United States. They said, we're going to do this next month. We're going to do it and never get to make it. So the thing is, you plan it, but when we speak like that, let the book talk. Go ahead, son.
Whereas ye know what shall be on the morrow, for what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time, and then vanisheth away.
All right, so what is your life but a vapor? We hear one day you're here, next day you're gone. One day you're here, 20 minutes later, you gone. Go ahead, son.
For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will.
All right, so for that reason, understanding that we're not guaranteed the next 40 minutes or tomorrow or tonight, say for that reason, you ought to be saying, if the Most High will, Father willing, go ahead, King.
We shall live and do this or that.
If Father willing, we should live and then do this and do that. If it's the Father will, he gonna sustain us with life, and then tomorrow we're gonna be heading out for our trip to the Bahamas, or we're gonna do this later on. Father willing, we're gonna make it to see Passover in a Feast of Unleavened Bread this year. Go ahead, Ken.
All right. But now ye rejoiced in your boastings.
But now the book tell you that now you rejoice in your boasting. Go ahead.
All such rejoicing is evil.
All such rejoicing is what?
Is evil.
All such rejoicing is evil. Why? Again, because when you saying this, you're not including the Father saying, man, I know that I can't do these things if he don't permit. If he don't send forth the petition every morning, or already sound out and say, hey, wake him up, wake her up, wake them up, allow them to make it to such a, hey, keep that wreck from happening. No, they ain't gonna get no sickness today, or they'll be sick, but they're gonna get through it. So on and so forth. If he didn't grant that petition and sign off for that to happen, you ain't finna see that. So when we take that mindset to say, listen, I'm gonna do this thing, Had one person tell me before, man, said, man, God ain't did nothing for me. This before the truth. This when the Father is segueing us into the fold to know that we Israelites. The man said, man, God ain't did nothing for me. Man, my mouth locked up. I'm like, man, this man crazy. He already felt it. He like, man, okay. What? He like, what's going on? What's wrong? Man, bro, you just said the Father didn't do nothing for you. But that's the same mindset people take when they thinking that they waking themselves up saying, we gonna do this and do that. I don't want to be the dead horse. Is that it on it? Finish the verse out though. I ain't hear that last part.
All right. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good,
Okay, come on. Keep going.
and doeth it not, to him it is a sin.
To him it is sin. So if we know to do good and we don't do it, that's sin. Go to Psalm 44. Psalm 44. A couple more precepts. Dion dates the precept of about the boasting on tomorrow. It was in James 4. Let me get that too. What precept are you referring to, Saint? Mayaka Allah. Shalom. Shalom, everybody looking on. Trying to get this precept for the brother. We was in James 4. Can we hit verse 10? And then we jump down to 13 through 17. Yeah, we went 13 through 17 though. All right, what I tell you get?
All right, Psalm 44.
Psalm 44, verse 8.
Okay. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 44, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
In the Most High we boast.
In who?
In the Most High we boast.
In the Most High we boast. So if we gonna boast, let it be in the Most High. Read that again.
In the Most High we boast.
Out the gate with power. In the Most High we boast. Go ahead.
All the day long. And praise thy name forever.
Why? Because he don't fail. We know that whatever we want to accomplish, if we lining up with him, if it's according to his will, man, there's something that's gonna be for sure. It's full assurance in him. It ain't no failing in him. We ain't no failing and not receiving what it is we ask him for. All right, but it said, in the Most High we boast all the day long. Read that part again.
In the Most High we boast all the day long, and praise thy name forever.
And praise your name forever, Father.
Salah.
Salah. All right, go to Psalm 97. So if we gonna boast, acceptable form of boasting, it's to boast in the Most High. So when you read through the book and you see that Paul was saying that he was boasting, he was boastful about the truth or things that happen in the truth, is because he felt that he had that assurance from the Father about that. He was confident in the fact that, the souls had been converted, that the Father was working through people, miracles was happening. All right, Psalm 97, verse 7.
All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 97, starting with verse 7. Confounded be all that they serve, graven images, that boast themselves of idols.
That boast themselves of idols. Confounded be all them that serve themselves of graven images. Even the chains that people be rocking a lot of time. They rocking these chains and saying that, look, man, they glory in those chains. You know what I'm saying? Say, all them that boast themselves of the graven images. Go ahead, son. Was there more on it? Okay, go ahead.
Worship him, all ye gods.
Worship him, all ye little g gods. All right, let's go back to Proverbs. We get a lot of it out of Proverbs. This will be the last one, though. Unless y'all got something, drop it in the comment box. Proverbs 20, verse 14. Verse 14.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, starting with verse 14. It is naught, saith the buyer, but when he is gone his way, boasteth. There is gold and a multitude of rubies.
So listen, it's telling you, it's saying that you got people finna do business, a transaction. Now the customer telling the person who's supplying this stuff, he said, man, that ain't nothing. No, man, this ain't good. This ain't quality. He trying to get the discount. He trying to get the price marked down. Or she trying to do that. But they just feed them that to get the product in their hand. But once they get the product in their hand, then they boast themselves what?
There is gold and a multitude of rubies.
They get the boaster saying, look, man, I just finessed them. I just told them that, but really, it is something. Boasting in their evil. All right, so a quick recap. If we gonna boast in the Most High. Humble yourself. The Most High is honored of the lowly. The greater you are, the more humble. The people boasted about the Titanic being unsinkable. The Most High sunk it. Had 2,000, like 2,200 people on it. 1,500 people died that night. What else we talked about? David and Goliath. He came boasting about, he was a Philistine. But David came within boasting of saying, listen, the Most High. I'm coming to you in the name of the Most High. He didn't boast of glory within when you read the account for yourself, the tools and the weapons and the armor. Don't boast about the armor. If you put it on, you finna go to war. I'm finna do such and such. Don't boast like that. You can boast about peace and in the Most High, the person who already went to war and they made it back. What else we talked about? The gifts. The people talking about they got gifts, boasting about he or she can do such and such. But then when it come time for you to show what you bragging about, you can't even, you know what I'm saying? You done flashed out. You done lied. You embarrass yourself. We talked about the guy Theodotus boasting. He had 400 followers. They ended up being dispersed, scattered. It came to naught. Boasting himself to be somebody. We are nobody unless the Father say we are. What else we talking about, family? We boast all the day long in the Most High. Don't boast of the idols. I feel like I'm missing something. We don't boast in the wealth. You let other people praise you. You know what I'm saying? Not praise you in the sense to worship you. But, to say, give you the accolades, a pat you on the back, give you recognition. Let other people do that. Don't you recognize yourself. All right. Sister Mariah Israel, you referred to Ecclesiastes 8 and 8. Pour that for me, son. Well, this is one of the spirits that we see in today's times, family. Let us be aware of them. Because if they get humble, if the Most High have to humble those people, we don't want to be around.
Ecclesiastes.
We see what I'm talking about with the Ecclesiastes, with the Titanic. Dude talking about the ship can't be sunk. Man, it cost 1,500 people their lives being on this ship that he said couldn't be sunk. Ecclesiastes 8 and 8. Yep, right there.
Small book.
Okay.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, starting with verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
There is no man that hath power over the spirit to retain the spirit, neither hath he power in the day of death.
Neither have he power in the day of death. Is more?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And there is no discharge in that war, neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it.
It's nobody who have power over their own. When the Most High call us out these bodies, that's it. If he don't say, I'm going to send you back and give you another try, another chance and opportunity, that's it for you. That's it for us. You know what I mean? So the boasting of saying, listen, I'm gonna do this and do that, I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna be rich forever. How Psalm said, the Most High can change all that at the twinkling of an eye, the drop of a dime. All right. Any questions, comments, or concerns before we close out, family? Any questions, comments, or concerns? Whether it's relating to today's message or another topic, something we might have already talked about. Anything that y'all need to put on my mind. Okay. Try to give it a little time. B. Concon, the king of Assyria, boasted too. Yes, he did.
They might even have walls made out of people getting destroyed.
Let's see. Pharaoh boasted. We know. The adversary boasted. We know. Ishmael boasted, and he wasn't even chosen. He got up his in. He won. Who?
Didn't Harry boast say he was the king of the Jews?
Harry.
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting. I can't remember that. Okay, so Mariah, indeed, definitely send them prayers up. Definitely we'll send the prayers up. So I'm dropping the email, family. So if you think of anything through the week or throughout the night even, you know, questions, comments, or concerns, send it to this email. Come, all praise to the Most High. I pray the word was edifying, strengthening, fortifying, and at the furthest extent, we know according to Malachi 3, that when we come together, the Most High take it, and we want to have it on our account. So with that, Shalom, hey, and let's say no, we won up with this. Shalom.